A cruise is supposed to be the perfect escape. You picture ocean views, unlimited food, total relaxation, and a stress-free vacation where everything feels effortless. But here's the part nobody warns you about. Sometimes it's not the weather, the lines, or the delays that ruin the trip. It's the passengers. Every single cruise has them. The loud ones, the selfish ones, the rule breakers, the people who somehow turn a floating paradise into a non-stop headache for everyone around them. And once you notice these types, you can't unsee them. No matter what ship you board, where you sail, or how much you paid, these people always show up. Today, we're breaking down 13 cruise passenger types that ruin the vacation, and there's a very good chance you've already met a few of them. Let's start with one of the most frustrating passengers on any ship. Number 1, the chair hog. This is the passenger who treats the pool deck like a real estate auction. Before most people on the ship are even awake, they're already out there claiming the best loungers with a towel, a paperback book, or one lonely flip-flop like that somehow makes it legally theirs. The crazy part is, they don't even stay. They mark their territory and disappear for hours, leaving empty chairs while everyone else walks around in circles, searching for a place to sit. Families get frustrated, couples give up, and the whole deck starts looking full when half the seats are actually abandoned. What makes the chair hog so annoying is the pure selfishness of it. They're not using the chair, they just don't want anyone else to have it. On a crowded cruise, that one habit alone can ruin the entire poolside experience for dozens of people. Number 2, the buffet bulldozer. This is the passenger who walks into the buffet like it's the final round of a survival contest. They don't browse, they charge. While everyone else is moving calmly through the stations, the buffet bulldozer is cutting across lines, reaching over people's plates, and piling food so high it looks like the ship might run out before lunch is over. They grab 6 pastries, 3 desserts, and a mountain of shrimp they probably won't even finish, all while acting like basic manners no longer exist at sea. The worst part is how they turn a simple meal into chaos. They block serving stations, slow down the line, and create that tense, crowded feeling nobody wants on vacation. On a cruise, the buffet is supposed to be easy and enjoyable, but one buffet bulldozer can make the whole place feel stressful, messy, and way more exhausting than it should be. Number 3, the elevator blocker. This is the passenger who somehow forgets the most basic rule of public spaces. Let people get out before you try to get in. The elevator doors open, and before anyone inside can even take a step forward, the elevator blocker is already charging in like they're afraid the ship might sail away without them. It creates that awkward, irritating standoff where people inside are trying to leave, people outside are trying to enter, and nobody can move smoothly. On a cruise ship, where elevators are already crowded and constantly in demand, this one selfish habit slows everything down. You'll see them during breakfast rush, after shows, and especially on port days when everyone's trying to get somewhere fast. What makes them so frustrating is that it takes almost no effort to be considerate. But instead, they turn a simple elevator ride into an annoying test of patience for everyone around them. Number 4, the balcony DJ. This is the passenger who thinks their taste in music is such a gift, the entire side of the ship should be forced to enjoy it. You finally step onto your private balcony for some peace, maybe to watch the ocean, read a book, or just relax in silence. And then their speaker starts blasting through the divider like you accidentally booked a cabin next to a nightclub. What makes the balcony DJ so irritating is that balconies are supposed to be one of the few quiet escapes on a crowded ship. But instead of respecting that, they turn it into their own private party zone, completely ignoring the fact that sound travels everywhere. It's bad enough during the day, but at night it becomes unbearable. While everyone else is trying to rest before an early excursion, they're out there acting like the whole deck signed up for their playlist. Number 5, the loud hallway screamer. This is the passenger who forgets that cabin hallways are not a sports bar, a nightclub, or their own living room. At 2 or 3 in the morning, While most of the ship is finally asleep, they come stumbling down the corridor talking, laughing, and shouting at full volume like no one else exists. Every joke sounds louder, every door slam echoes harder, and suddenly an entire row of cabins is awake because one group couldn't keep their voices under control for 30 seconds. What makes the loud hallway screamer so unbearable is that there's no escape from it. In a restaurant, you can walk away. On the pool deck, you can move. But when the noise is right outside your cabin door, you're stuck with it. On a cruise, sleep matters, especially before early port days, and this passenger ruins it for everyone unlucky enough to be nearby. Number 6. The rule breaker. This is the passenger who treats every cruise rule like a personal challenge instead of a basic system designed to keep the ship running smoothly. They ignore dress codes, wander into restricted areas, try to sneak prohibited items on board, and act shocked when staff actually stop them. To the rule breaker, every sign is optional, every policy is negotiable, and every crew member enforcing those rules is somehow the problem. That's what makes them so exhausting. On a cruise ship, rules are not there for fun. They exist for safety, order, and the comfort of thousands of people sharing the same space. But the rule breaker always thinks they're smarter than the system. In reality, they usually just create delays, arguments, and unnecessary tension. And before long, everyone around them is stuck dealing with the consequences of their selfish little rebellion. Number 7. The main character complainer. This is the passenger who believes every minor inconvenience is a full-blown personal attack. If the line is too long, the weather changes, the pool is crowded, or a drink takes 5 extra minutes, they act like the entire cruise has been ruined just for them. You'll usually find them planted at guest services, holding up everyone behind them while demanding refunds, credits, apologies, and a manager for problems no one on Earth can control. That's what makes the main character complainer so draining. They don't just notice issues, they perform them. Every small problem becomes a dramatic speech, and every normal delay becomes some massive injustice. On a cruise, things won't always go perfectly, and most people understand that. But this passenger turns one small inconvenience into a mood-killing event that spreads frustration to everyone around them. Number 8. The drink package warrior. This is the passenger who treats the unlimited drink package like a personal challenge instead of a vacation perk. From the moment the bars open, they're on a mission to get their money's worth, ordering cocktail after cocktail like they're keeping score. What starts as day 1 enthusiasm usually turns into day 2 disaster. By the afternoon, they're loud, sloppy, sunburned, and one frozen drink away from becoming everyone else's problem. That's what makes the drink package warrior so exhausting. They don't just overdo it, they drag the atmosphere down with them. They take over the pool, get overly friendly with strangers, argue with bartenders, and act like the whole ship is part of their drinking competition. On a cruise, a little fun is expected. But this passenger turns relaxation into chaos and usually burns out long before the vacation is over. Number 9. The viral wannabe. This is the passenger who treats the entire cruise ship like a content set built just for them. Every staircase becomes a filming location, every sunset becomes a retake, and every crowded public space becomes the backdrop for another forced reel, dance, or dramatic slow-motion clip. They don't just record memories, they take over the moment. You'll see them blocking walkways with phones and tripods, repeating the same shot over and over while everyone else waits or walks around them. That's what makes the viral wannabe so irritating. They act like the entire ship should pause so they can chase attention online. And sometimes it gets worse, because they start doing risky or ridiculous things just to make the video more dramatic. On a cruise, people want to relax and enjoy the experience. But this passenger turns shared spaces into their own personal production studio. Number 10. The casino hero. This is the passenger who walks into the ship's casino convinced they've cracked some secret system to beat the house. They don't see gambling as entertainment, they see it as a personal mission. You'll find them glued to the same slot machine for hours, chasing losses, celebrating tiny wins like they just bought the cruise line, and acting like the next spin is guaranteed to change everything. What makes the casino hero so exhausting is the energy they bring with them. One minute they're loud, overconfident, and telling strangers about their lucky strategy. The next minute they've gone completely silent after burning through half their budget before dinner. On a cruise, the casino is supposed to be fun in small doses, but this passenger turns it into a full-time obsession and usually ends up losing a lot more than just money. Number 11. The Port Rookie. This is the passenger who steps off the ship into a new port with absolute confidence and absolutely no plan. They haven't done any research, they don't know the safe transport options, they don't understand local prices, and somehow they still believe they're about to outsmart everyone the second they leave the terminal. That's what makes the port rookie so easy to spot. They jump into random taxis, overpay for bad tours, buy fake souvenirs, and wander so far off schedule that getting back to the ship turns into a full-blown panic. On a cruise, ports can be amazing if you know what you're doing, but this passenger treats every destination like a consequence-free playground. And more often than not, they end up wasting money, making bad decisions, and learning expensive lessons the hard way. Number 12. The Party Crew. This is the group that didn't come on the cruise to relax, explore, or enjoy the ocean. They came to turn the entire ship into their personal non-stop party. You'll usually hear them before you see them, laughing too loudly, taking over hot tubs, shouting across the deck, and acting like everyone around them should automatically join the fun. During the day, they dominate pool areas. At night, they get even worse, stumbling through hallways, slamming doors, and waking up half the floor while the rest of the ship is trying to sleep. What makes the party cruise so exhausting is that they never seem to realize how much space and noise they take up. For them, the cruise is one long celebration. For everyone else, it's a floating headache that gets louder after midnight. Number 13. The Pier Runner. This is the passenger who treats the ship's all-aboard time like a suggestion instead of a hard deadline. While everyone else is already back on board, relaxing with a drink and watching the port from the upper decks, the pier runner is still somewhere in town, shopping, eating, or haggling over souvenirs like time has completely stopped. Then suddenly, reality hits. The final announcements go out, the gangway starts closing, and they come sprinting down the pier in full panic mode, bags swinging, flip-flops slapping the ground, and every passenger on the ship watching the chaos unfold. That's what makes the pier runner unforgettable. They turn themselves into the afternoon's live entertainment. On a cruise, the schedule is one thing you do not play with, because if you miss the ship, the vacation doesn't get delayed for you. It leaves without you. And there you have it. 13 cruise passenger types that can turn a dream vacation into a complete nightmare. The truth is, every ship has them, every sailing attracts them, and once you know how to spot them, you'll start seeing them everywhere. Now, I want to hear from you which one is the absolute worst, and which one have you personally dealt with on a cruise? Drop it in the comments below. And if I missed one that deserves to be on this list, call it out. If you enjoyed this video, hit like, subscribe, and check out the next one on the channel. Until next time, enjoy the cruise, respect the people around you, and whatever you do, don't become one of these passengers.